Today on Wolf Pack Weekdays, we're going to be talking about esports and how it's become insanely popular. Welcome back to Wolf Pack Weekdays. Like I said, today we're going to be talking about esports and basically how it's blown up in popularity. So before I begin, what is esports? Esports is the term for professional gaming that is on a high competitive level that is actually treated like a sport. Now, where did esports come from? Esports kind of had a land beginning with all sorts of different games, basically starting with Halo 3 having an MLG league that was super popular and became something to watch, something to find out about, something to try to achieve. I actually had friends that were in the professional Halo leagues. So that's basically where it started. Halo 3 started up and got really popular with the professional league, and everybody wanted to be a part of it. But nowadays, it's not so humble. It's not three, TVs put together that are, all connected by a bunch of cords. It's all online now. The heavy esports now are mostly online-based things and computer-based things, like League of Legends, StarCraft, Smite, Heroes of the Storm, and now Overwatch. But even now, there's still Halo and Call of Duty and all these other, FPS-based pro leagues out there. And actually, in Japan, StarCraft players are treated like royalty. It's like, the best way I can compare it is if you saw a baseball player out in real life that you adored, that's how they're treated in Japan and Korea and China and Seoul, all over the place. And that's how all of the esports are treated over there. It's not so much the same way here, but there is a huge following here. And to be honest, it's blown up in popularity over the past few years, especially. Actually, League of Legends has a World Championships once a year that has teams from literally all across the world that are number 1 through 3 in their league, and they come out and go into a tournament, and one person wins millions of dollars by playing this video game. And actually, it has more people watching the World Championship final, which could be at 3 a.m. our time, than the Super Bowl and the Stanley Cup. Like, insane numbers of people are watching these at insane times because it is that huge now. It is that popular. It is that big. And honestly, it makes sense because these people are putting in 13 hours of this video game, and that's more than a professional athlete puts in at any sport. And yes, it's not as physically taxing, but it is mentally taxing. And that's why I don't get when they put a Heroes of Storm tournament onto ESPN. It was treated like a martyr. It was treated like somebody with leprosy. It was hated. It was not understood, and that's just small thinking. That's closed-mindedness. People think that it has to be physical to be a sport, but it's not a sport. It's an e-sport. There's a huge difference in that one letter, and people forget that. And they put in more time, and they put in a lot of effort to get good at these things. So saying that it doesn't belong on ESPN is just small-minded thinking. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about this is that actually a esport called CSGO, which is an FPS shooter based on the computer, Counter-Strike Go, basically, global offense, is actually come to television now. As of May 24th, every Friday at 9 p.m. Central Time, there is a esport shown on TBS. That's 51, channel 51 on Charter. I don't know what it is on the other ones, but it's definitely worth a watch because these guys are in their E-League right now, their professional bracket, and it's being shown on TV. That's a huge step in the right way for all nerds like me, is that it's finally getting acceptance. It's not, nerds were always the people made fun of. Now it's like, being a nerd is actually cool. Being a nerd is something you want to do and you shouldn't be ashamed of. And I'm not, and I haven't been ever, but I know it was always very, they were an underclass of some kind, treated differently, treated wrong because they like things that you don't like. And it's a good step in the right direction that these professional esports players are actually on TV now. And I'm kind of surprised it was CSGO first, considering League pulls in way more numbers, but it's still awesome to see and definitely worth looking at because it actually is really entertaining. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about esports and how popular it's become. How popular do you think it's going to be? And what game do you think is going to be the biggest come the next few years? Because I think League is actually dying. So let me know what you guys think with the hashtag WPW down in the comments. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Subscribe for more. If you have any suggestions for the show, use the hashtag WPW down in the comments or on Twitter, and your idea might just get featured on the show. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.